My name is Joseph Lipson. I'm the manager of production and entertainment for the Seattle Seahawks, and we're at Lumen Field right now, and you can tell it looks a lot different than a game day, and that's simply because it's Friday before our Sunday game versus the Packers, and this is what we call load day. Part of load day is loading in all of our content for our in-stadium show. So that includes our main video boards and all of our ring elements and all of our LEDs. But one of my main goals is building the Sony FX3s on our Ronins. So when our operators come in, they can just pick up the camera, we can fax them out, and they're ready to go. All right, so part of the game day routine is building out the Ronins. And what's important about building out the Ronins is we really rely on these shots with our camera 10, camera 11, a lot more than we have in the past. And it just gives us a lot of flexibility to have a camera that is one, wireless, and two, can really go out to wherever we need it to go. One thing that really drew us to the FX3 and kind of the Sony ecosystem was how nice the autofocus is. And with lenses, we go between about 3 lenses. We have the 35-1.4 is our first lens. So we're able to get that low aperture, that nice depth of field. And then we have 2 50-1.2s, which we use the entire game on one of the Ronins, and then on the other Ronin, we switch it out once we get to the game so we can really focus on fan shots in the middle of the field. So the first thing we're gonna do is build out the 35 on the FX3. So when we build out this 35, what I kind of talked about earlier is bringing that cinema world into the traditional broadcast setting. Our main goal is basically fan entertainment, fan engagement, and just making sure we can get the most dynamic shots. And when you have fans and you put a camera in their face, your reaction is going to be a lot better than shooting it from the other end of the field. So that's something that we really like with the dynamic value that these cameras have to offer. So this is the 35 one. This is the one we run pre-game. We run this one after the last player of the intros. So usually it's the last defensive player, last offensive player of the intros, and we'll run out with them with this camera. So the next one I'm gonna build is going to be the FX3 with the 50 mil. And the 50 mil is what we use a lot of times for anything fans. So we use this one pre-game and we use this one in-game as well. But what's nice about this is the 1.2, and being able to go down all the way to 1.2, your depth of field really gives you that cinema quality look in a traditional broadcast. And that's kind of the theme of what I'm saying is Sony's and the FX3 and the glass that they offer has given us the ability to really bring our show and the quality of our show to a different type of level that we haven't been able to do in the past time really I've been here in the last 8 years or so.
Pre-game is a key time for us because it's a moment that fans can see the players in a light that they're not used to. After we run through the intro video, we have starters, and that is where camera 10 has one of the most important shots of the entire night as he's waiting for the last player to get introduced before he runs after them. Once we hit the game, the ball kicks off. Well, we are focused on fans, focused on how we can get some dynamic shots in between snaps. Just trying to show off an atmosphere and take advantage of the home field advantage. This game was special with our halftime drone show, which these cameras played a crucial role in because it was a night game and we were able to go full lights out in the bowl. The FX3 was once again able to show off the low light capabilities coming from these full frame sensors, and not to mention the ability to stomp down all the way to 1.2 respectively.
All right, that's a wrap on Sunday Night Football. First ever drone show in the NFL was a success. It looked absolutely beautiful. The FX3s did what they needed to do the entire game, capturing some beautiful shots. Thanks to Sony for this day in the life and how we use these cinema cameras to bring them into our broadcast. And I'll see you guys later.